Hello.
Hello, everybody.
It's Friday. Welcome to the Lowdown Live.
Shout out to Fred from MTZ. He's a solid dude.
He's a solid dude.
Always writes a check on you. One of the best guys in the business.
He is. And gives really good hugs.
Yeah.
Big hugs. Hi, Sophia. Been thinking about you. Craig is here in spirit. Here's Craig.
Bosa's there. Hey, Bosa, what's going on, man?
And Wiz.
Bosa's great, too. He's always there as well.
We could have worn
He's
his
there
shirt.
for everybody.
Yes, it's true. He is there for everybody. Adrian's here. Hi, Adrian.
Wiz is here.
Hi, guys. Thanks for hanging out on Friday afternoon. Wondering whose clips we're going to show this week.
We are Craigless.
In Seattle.
That's what I was thinking. Get out of my head.
I read your mind. We've been married for so long.
She's living in her rent-free.
Yeah, look at Santos says, let's get this live jumping. Yeah, and Keys. Hi, Keys.
DJ, what's up, man?
All right. Look at that. Anybody we missed? I'm sorry. Hi, DJ.
I think that's the best we've ever done.
Yeah, especially with this boom arm in the way, so I can't see any of the comments. It's so much fun. Anyway, we have some clips for you this week. As always, our show won't be very long. It'll be speedy because we have to be ready for hair down for all of you people in the BBB to let your hair down. The bald.
Yeah, it took me a second, but I put it together. Doesn't take us long to put our hair down.
Doesn't. It's already done.
Joke's on you. It's already fell down.
It's already happened. Hair down. It's over. So you're ready for the show. Hi, you guys. All right. Our first clip comes to us. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you about our first clip because Kurt gets to learn about the clips too while we watch the show. It's a surprise for him. Our first clip comes from like a story about the Macy's family, like the department store. And this lizard called the Lazarus lizard. If you've heard of the Lazarus lizard, drop a message in the chat. Put a thumbs up. I had never heard of the Lazarus lizard, nor had I heard of this story, but this popped up on YouTube about a week ago. And this is the origin story of the Lazarus lizard. Once I figure out how to share my screen.
Yeah, sharing the screen is always the most difficult.
It is. See, Bosa's heard of it. But Bosa, do you know where the Lazarus lizard, how it came to be? You're going to find out right now.
It was a felony.
Jesus. Here we go.
What's even crazier is the origin story of these lizards. Eric says in the 1950s, the Lazarus family, who founded Macy's, took a vacation near Milan, Italy.
And their young son loved these lizards so much that he put about 10 of them or so in a sock and smuggled them on the airplane back here and released them in his backyard in Cincinnati. And since then, that original 10 has just absolutely exploded.
And she is not marked before. She's not one we've caught before.
Eric says there now may be millions of these appropriately named Lazarus lizards all over greater Cincinnati. And his team is trying to figure out if that's a bad thing.
If I had to answer the question shortly, are they invasive? I would say not yet. But there's a good chance that they could cause problems as they continue to spread.
I wonder what they do.
Studying the blood of a lizard might not seem that significant, but researchers have already made some big discoveries. For instance, lizard blood can kill the bacteria that affects Lyme's disease. They're also learning these reptiles have a huge tolerance for lead.
So, lizards are just good for everything, apparently. But it all started with a kid smuggling 10 Lazarus lizards.
In a
10
sock.
lizards in a sack. In a sock?
I'm pretty sure they said sock.
I don't know. In something. But when they catch them, when these scientists catch them, they put them in nylon stockings. So he has to go to Target. That gentleman has to go to Target and fill up his whole cart with the nylon stockings that they put them in before they tag them. One kid, 10 lizards, now millions of lizards. Don't do that. Now, it wouldn't just be like that funny story anymore if someone did that. I was thinking about that when I was watching it. You watch that and it's like this cutesy, this little boy still brought 10 lizards into the country. Can you imagine if somebody did that now?
Yeah, you'd be going to jail.
You'd be in so much trouble. Hi, Morforge. No, don't smuggle lizards. But it was a very interesting story, all from the Macy's family and some Lazarus lizards. This next one comes from these wonderful people that I have the worst time ever saying their name. So, Kurt, say their name.
Their name.
Why can't I say it?
Where-
we need
where's
Craig.
it at?
Craig, where are you? Why can't I say that? Imperator
Oh.
morphs. I'm so sorry.
Imperator morphs.
They're wonderful. I can't say their name.
It was right in front of me, everybody. That's why I can't find it.
It's their facility tour, and you only get to see the smallest clip of it, but their facility is multi-level. It's multi-stories. Kurt, you're going to have to go back and watch this because they have beautiful stuff, first of all, and oh my gosh.
Should have sent me the clip.
Well, it's in a Google Doc. You could watch them whenever you wanted. But I'm bummed.
I got to click on something then, though.
Imperator. Thank you, Morforge. Imperator. I will not be able to say it in 2 seconds.
Beauty
There you
that's
go.
waiting to be shipped. At the moment, we're actually quite full. So here's the one of the baby rooms.
How clean that is.
At the moment, it looks really full, but we have so many animals that we're just waiting for the scientists to get back. So they will be shipped out. So, yeah. So this is downstairs with all the rows, with enclosures.
Downstairs.
You got to notice the lighting. That's a huge stop.
So this is pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
Before moving upstairs, maybe have a look at some.
Look at this. Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. Blood Labby Het Albino. Super nice. Stunning VPI Snow Labby.
I just thought it was amazing. Imperator. There are too many syllables in that word for me to say it. I don't know. It's
You always
terrible.
get tripped up on that one.
I do, but I love them. I think they're amazing. And their snakes or those boas are, they're so pretty.
Yeah, I know. Like with our PVC racks, all the dust clings to them, and no matter how much you clean it, it always looks dirty. You clean it the next day, it looks gross. I wonder if that's the secret. You just have white, look like melamine racks.
Don't know. That place does look wild, Morforge. And now you must go and watch the whole video. So I'll post the links
I was
in the
going to say,
description below.
I feel like you could spend a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
That whole place, if that's just the downstairs.
And that was only like one little blip of their downstairs. There's way more to the beginning of that video that I didn't even go into. All right, the next clip comes from House of Gaia Pythons. Just watch a little bit of it, but it's their first ball python clutch for this season. There she is.
Actually seen the shop. But anyways, in this week's video, we're going to go over our first clutch of the year, which was our Stranger, Red Stripe, Yellow Belly, Het Clown male, just to a Het Clown female. We were trying to see if the male had spot nose in him. So as you can tell from our first video, it doesn't look like there's any spot nose within the clutch. So unfortunately, he did not prove to be spot nose, but still some cool stuff in this clutch. So I'm excited to show them off after their first shed. So they've all shed out, and let's take a peek at the babies. So up first here, we have what I believe is just a normal. A lot of the babies in this clutch are kind of confusing me. I do believe this is just a normal though. Kind of a cool baby. But yeah, just a normal. Up next, we have this one here. So also, I believe just a normal. Stranger does make some like weirder babies just like within the clutch, I find. This one is kind of dark, but not what a typical Stranger would look like. So just another normal. I don't see Yellow Belly or Red Stripe. If anyone sees Red Stripe in any of these babies, let me know in the comments.
Got
I
really
only
nice
see it
camera
in
quality.
maybe 3 of them. This one just looks like another normal.
Lighting.
Moving on to this one here.
We'll just watch a couple more
So
of these. And then we
I
can
would
talk.
say Yellow Belly at minimum. I still am not sure about the Stranger. This one is quite dark, but
Identifying.
again, it's kind of weird. Some really nice flaming,
Yeah, but most people don't start
but
with
not what a typical Stranger.
6 codons
Well,
mixed
the
together.
typical Strangers that I've hatched. Usually when I'm hatching Strangers, luckily for me, they've been clowns. So I haven't had much experience with
This was a head-to-head
the
pairing.
visual clown aspect, but yellow belly for sure.
It was.
I'll let this one grow up a bit and
visuals
kind of
did the hit,
get some other opinions. But
Well, would you like to
quite
fast
certain just
forward?
yellow belly.
Yeah.
Okay. Kurt's
Cool baby.
itching to find out.
So here's the
He's
best
probably
looking
saying, "Oh,
non-clown
there you
of the clutch, yellow belly clown. I don't believe it's just a straight up clown from my experience anyways, but yeah, let me know what you guys think.
That's number one.
Okay, up next
Looks
are my
really
favorites of the clutch, obviously.
Favorite.
Ooh, look
So
at that.
here we have a stranger yellow belly red stripe clown.
You gotta pause it right there.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you
Really,
missed it.
really beautiful.
What was it?
Right there.
Right
Oh,
there?
you gotta hit play.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta
Yellow belly
get it straight.
red stripe
There you
clown.
go.
Okay,
Look
got
at
it.
how beautiful that is.
It's very pretty.
He said it's what? A yellow belly red stripe? I was talking. I'm sorry, everybody.
You were talking. I got distracted. Welcome to our.
What you guys think?
Here you go.
Okay, up next are my
Favorite.
favorites of the
You're
clutch,
right.
obviously. So here we have a stranger yellow belly red stripe clown. Really, really beautiful animal.
It is really beautiful.
The reds in this in person are absolutely amazing.
Here, I'm gonna stop that one.
Yeah,
But
that's a really nice animal.
it's very pretty.
So he hit multiple clowns. He did better than we did with our head-to-head pairing. We got
Comparison
one
is the thief of joy.
Yeah, I
Kurt.
know, but it's nice to see some people just crush the odds
And your souls.
at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. We have Chris. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us. In accepted resignation. Welcome. Let's see. Our next clip. Oh, our next clip comes to us from a herping adventure from NFK Herping. There's a scorpion involved. And, well, you'll see the rest. A scorpion involved. Get ready. Get set. Hazardous. The title is Hazardous Field Herping in Missouri. Here you go.
So along with all the venomous snakes, this is another hazard in Missouri rock flipping. But yeah, the scorpions here hurt a lot more than the ones back home and the one I got stung by in Tennessee. So we're going to try our best to not get popped by one of these guys. This is what happened when Graham got popped by one of these guys.
Oh,
Going back
Ow.
in time.
what?
Poor guy.
Scorpion?
In the finger.
You sure it wasn't a scorpion?
Huh?
You sure it wasn't a scorpion? I never saw a wasp, dude.
This is why you don't herp alone.
He's got the proper PPE. He's got gloves on.
Would those gloves really save you?
Yeah, it was a scorpion, my guy. Yeah, they're not deadly. They just hurt.
Poor guy. Just jumping around for a really long
Graham
time.
just got popped. How you feel?
I feel like my hand is swollen.
Where'd you get got?
Here, and these fingers are numb.
Holy.
Oh man.
Good thing it's not deadly.
Yeah, thank goodness.
It's just miserable.
The adventures of herping. And we have garter snakes and salamanders. So we are good to go here in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
On this side of the mountains, at least. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. It's not really related, but there's a guy called Coyote Peterson, and he just basically gets stung by everything. If you guys have ever seen his videos, probably the worst one I've seen is where he gets stung by the scorpion hawk, which is basically like a giant insect. Could correct me if I'm sorry for the terminology. Insect might not be the right term, but it's like a giant wasp from Arizona that their babies lay eggs on scorpions, and then the egg ruptures and they eat the scorpion. But they're huge. That was the nastiest sting I've ever seen.
I don't like any of that. Let's see. What did Morford say? What John say? Scorpions hurt, no doubt. My knee was the size of a softball, and I was 10. Oh, that
Oof.
sounds enjoyable. Thank you, Shauna, for being amazing too. You're awesome. This next one is from Mountain Man Constrictors. And I like the setup of this little village here that's happening.
Water.
Look at it. Yes.
It's the Weasleys, you can tell.
Spot nose, phantom clown, hat desert ghost
Crocs
with no
on.
poop on her face. Next, this beautiful girl is Ace. And this is Asuma cinnamon. So super mahogany cinnamon that I produced. I think she was first clutch of 2024. Look at that belly.
Arsuma has the same kind of stripe down the back.
Just absolutely stunning. And she's so iridescent.
So pretty.
So I hopefully should have some more of these hatching next week.
Mm.
Okay.
It's a good question, Keys. Do the snakes get to play in the Lego Town for enrichment? I sure hope so. I sure hope that they do. The little Lego Town was really impressive. And to have that in your snake room
Yeah, it probably took a
did.
lot of time to build.
probably did take. And it has the perfect little area to be there. But he just seemed so happy. So that, go back and watch it. That's his What's in the Racks 2025. So he shows you the snakes in his racks. The next one comes from Reptiles for Centuries, and it's our best dark clowns of all time.
Who doesn't love a dark clown? The Joker's amazing.
I knew where you were going with that. I knew it was going to be snake related. I don't know. Art is still.
Oh, yeah.
Art the Clown is still
that's
on our
pretty good.
door.
A little bit slashy.
Mm-hmm. A lot of blood. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
Here we've got a Neala leopard blackhead clown.
Look at
And I
that.
really love this interaction. As you guys can see, we can definitely see the Neala head stamp and of course the leopard patterning on this animal. Blackhead and Neala both just interact with each other to increase the amount of blacks we've got in the patterning. And overall, Blackhead and Neala, when they do interact with each other, we almost get like a golden tint to these clown combos. So this is a great addition for our collection as well. We can take him to plenty of combos. I mean, imagine the banana version and even the red stripe version of this animal. So a beautiful Neala leopard blackhead clown and a great addition to our future holdbacks.
Hmm.
Here we've got the Neala Phantom Leopard Blackhead Clown.
Yeah.
So now we added Phantom to the previous combo.
Man.
And you guys can see is why I love Phantom in the Blackhead Clown projects and in the clown
Lightning
projects in
storm.
general.
Yes.
It really does increase the amount of patterning we've got and the amount of contrast we get out of the clown combos. So this is a beautiful animal, and I think even the super blackhead version of this is going to be absolutely insane. And in the future, you know, we can add confusion, we can add yet again red stripe to this combo, and also just plenty of other genes that we can add into this beautiful combo.
That's something I've been hearing about.
And guys, here's actually my
What?
Is Phantom and Blackhead working really well together.
Which one?
Sorry to interrupt.
You can interrupt anytime. I mean, it's kind of.
favorite animal from the clutch.
Oh,
This is a Neala
It's not like
Phantom Spot Nose Yellow Belly Clown. And I really just love all of the genes interacting with each other. As you guys can see, a Spot Nose brings in a lot of pattern, really just scrambling up the pattern of the clown, and really does increase
back
the
to
amount of
identifying
alien heads
more.
we've got on the
So much
side.
fun.
Of course, Neala and Phantom
Man, how
both
cool is
being
that?
It was
a bit
really
of a
cool.
darker contrast gene,
And that's
and then Yellow Belly just enlightening the combination,
Look at that thing.
really giving this yellow tint to the animal and really just increasing the amount of burnt oranges we have on the side
Amazing.
and in the dorsal striping and the pattern. So 4 beautiful babies in this clutch, and I must say both Neala and Blackhead has got so much potential going forward. And of course, we know Spot Nose is a key fundamental project in most of the clown projects.
Amazing. Right?
yeah. We have a shot at not Neala. What's the other one that I like?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my goodness. What's the one you just got?
Furrow.
Furrow. We have a shot at Furrow clowns this year. So hopefully that pans out, because that should look really cool too.
Should
But
look-
not as cool as Neala clowns.
Mm,
But
those were really
you know, it's Reptiles for Centuries. They've got really good stuff.
for centuries.
Yeah.
Got them for a long time. The next clip comes from Instagram, and it's from Scales Reptiles and his beautiful rainbow boas. And this is a clip about a female rainbow boa. about ready to have babies. So hopefully this will work because sharing from Instagram can be tricky. Let's see. See her upside down up there. So it says in the caption, because it says, "Oh no, what's wrong with my snake?" It says, "Great." It says the rainbow boas do that because, well, they give live birth for one, but the babies could be at different locations in the mommy's belly, of course. So she'll flip over upside down to give the babies that are up higher on her back the heat that they need so that the heat is distributed evenly.
That's pretty smart.
And then somebody says, "Why are there so many to bin?" And he said, "Because 2 females to 1 male during breeding is the best way to go." Anyway, most beautiful rainbow boas out there.
Yep. That looks like a high red down there, plus one of his oranges.
You're looking down at the bottom. Do you mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just really pretty. Gorgeous. Exciting.
Nikki's all about the rainbow boas.
I do love rainbow.
As you can tell by the background.
Who would have thunk it? Rainbow boas, rainbows, they just go together so well. This last clip, we've made it to the end. This last clip is a local clip to us. This is from Federal Way, Washington. And the title of this news article is "A Miracle. Bearded Dragon Saves Sleeping Owner from a House Fire." Who'da thunk it? You don't need a dog to save you from a house fire or a cat. You have a bearded dragon save you in your time of need.
It's pretty impressive.
It's really impressive.
It's his time of day to be out.
Donald Hale and his bearded dragon Spike are nearly inseparable. That likely saved both their lives last weekend.
I witnessed a miracle right here laying on his couch, because if my dragon don't wake me up, if he don't wake me up, I don't be here talking to y'all. Come on.
Hale had just come back from a 13-mile run Saturday night when he took some melatonin and fell into a deep sleep.
Right here.
So he didn't hear the 2 smoke alarms that were going off. Lucky for him, Spike was no sleeping dragon.
Way to go, Spike.
Didn't no neighbor come and wake me up. Didn't no alarm wake me up. My dragon woke me up. Spike.
To whip up this dragon's tail, Spike whipped Hale with his very long tail to wake him up. Hale discovered why when he went to the bathroom.
When I opened the cabinet,
that's pretty impressive. I'd like to say there's multiple impressive things about this. He said he just did a 13-mile run.
One impressive thing.
If you couldn't hear, he did a 13-mile run, took a melatonin, went to sleep, and then
the man was not tired after a 13-mile run. He was so energized. He had to take melatonin. I would no longer be with us.
I'd be in the hospital.
Exactly.
But he, the bearded dragon slapped him with its tail and woke him up. That is wild.
Yeah. He couldn't hear the smoke alarm. Neighbors didn't come to try and wake him up when they heard the smoke alarm, but the beardy goes, "He doesn't bark. He just whipped me in the face." His tail. Way to go, beardy. Reptiles for the win.
He needs a little fire hat.
He does need a little fire hat. Well, that'd be awful cute. Now, hopefully next week we'll have a clip of Spike wearing a fire hat for all of you.
Honorary firefighter.
Yeah, that'd be really cute.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the clips. That's all we got for you guys. Next, you have to go check out Hair Down Fridays and let your hair down.
Why do you look at me like that when you said that?
Because he's going to let his eyebrows. Yeah.
Can you imagine if they went the other way?
I can't. I don't know what that would look
Horrible.
like. I know. It is pretty horrible, but it's also funny. You look really good bald. It's good. It's a good thing. Got a very round.
Yeah, I don't have a lumpy head. You're fine.
It's too much. Anyway, check that out. And then there's a lot of shows to check out on the Whiskey Bomb Network tomorrow. We don't have our Saturday show. So we just pop up wherever. You never know where you're going to find in your circle anymore. Somewhere in your circle. But it's not tomorrow. And then Sunday, come back in the morning to our channel and check out Show Me Your Rack, where we have Paul from Large Marge Morphs on in our 15 Minutes of Lame edition, our tour day reptile. Is that copyrighted? Probably.
Probably.
Don't say that. Strike that. Edit it out. It's not
It
live
would
or
have been
anything.
better if the person on would have been Lance something.
Then it really would have been bad. Could have had Vance and just changed his name. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody, head over to the Whiskey Bomb Network. You don't want to hear us ramble anymore. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the sunshine, or if it's stormy, enjoy pairing your snakes. Maybe you'll get some babies. See you next week, and see you on Sunday before that. Goodbye. Stop
Bye,
laughing
everybody.
at me. Bye.